Hi, Gemini. So we have this Temperance card, which is you seeking balance, you seeking to be less whipped around by the energies of love, by life. You're trying to create an internal sense of balance so you feel more centered in self, which it feels like you're very quite successful at here. We have this Knave of Pentacles right here in the center, and then we have this King of Cups, King of Chalices here in the future position. And I really feel like this Knave of Pentacles has a lot of different meanings for you. And I feel like this is probably part of it, as it feels really kind of confusing for me in this area of physical intimacy. I think that, again, you've been seeking more of a balance. You're trying to integrate more of the divine masculine and the divine feminine qualities together so you don't feel like all putting out energy or only receiving energy. You're feeling more in control of self, which is what this Magician card is about, right next to the Queen of Winter here. I feel like this is you, Gemini, right here in the center, feeling your power, feeling your sense of personhood. But then in the area of physical intimacy, we have this Knave of Pentacles, and this card is always a little bit problematic for me just because it's kind of depicted in a way where you're not quite sure what's going on, which is adding to that feeling of confusion for me. And I feel like maybe in the past there was quite a bit of energy around the lustful parts of yourself, you know, in terms of eat and drink and sex, and it was all very kind of more animalistic, it feels a little bit here. And I feel like but you've been seeking more balance with this because she's very much at peace and she's very serene. So even though this is in the present position, because it's couched so nicely between the Temperance and the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is very settled in his emotions. He's very secure in his emotional realm. He's very emotionally savvy. He's very secure in his emotions. And I feel like because this is in between these two, it's this, where's the confusion? It's like you're kind of trying to get more balance about this, it feels like. And it looks like you are successful because it goes here in the future position with this King of Cups energy. So, wow, there's your reading. Okay. So that kind of covers the past and the present a little bit. Well, mostly the past, I guess. But let's look at this Love Yourself First card, because as I mentioned, as I was, shuffling the deck, I was getting the message, you choose you, or you're choosing you. And it's about you, again, choosing to love yourself first before anyone else puts their agendas or expectations upon you. You wanting to feel that sense of wholeness and sense of self-love more fully before you kind of, I don't know, before you fully unveil yourself is what it feels like. I feel like you've been doing it in small ways, and you're really integrating this more and more. It's really lovely. Like here you are, regardless of male or female Gemini, feeling very much centered, very much in control of yourself here, and in control more and more of the more animalistic side of your nature. That's what it feels like to me. It goes so nicely with these two together. The Magician, again, a brand new beginning, having everything in your power, taking action, using that divine masculine energy to move forward, feeling very much secure in your personhood, knowing that all things are working out exactly as they're meant to, having faith, creating that balance for yourself, loving yourself first and foremost, teaching others how to love you by the way that you love yourself. And then in the future, kind of what's considered more of the future position, we do have this beautiful transformation that's occurring. It could be that you are ending a connection with someone, a relationship with someone, but it's for the best. It's leading you to something more and more greater and greater, a greater sense of expansion, a greater sense of yourself as that spiritual being, having the human experience, understanding yourself more and more as the complex individual that you are. It's how it feels to me. And with that comes this sense of healing, the ability to begin to be more compassionate towards self here and towards your family, healing those family issues, healing the ways in which you may have felt that your family didn't love you because you are loving yourself more. And the more that you love yourself, the less that you blame yourself for what you feel was maybe you were being treated in a way that didn't feel wasn't in alignment with how you loved yourself or how you saw yourself. And now more and more, the more that you love yourself, feels like, Gemini, it doesn't really affect you as much the way other people, the limitations that other people have with their ability to love you, especially regarding family members such as your parents. And you're really working to heal more and more about that. And you're being very successful here. You know, this King of Chalices is sitting pretty. You know, he's feeling very secure, very in charge here. He has everything he wants, and he's feeling very satiated emotionally, which I think is really, really lovely for you, Gemini. All right, so let me just take a peek here. It's under the deck. All right, so under the deck, as kind of an underlying energy, we do have this Four of Summer or Four of Autumn energy for you, Gemini. And I kind of feel like for you, it goes back to this idea of having the self-confidence, of seeing yourself really clearly. And it's really encouraging you because this is kind of an underlying energy. I feel like it's a lingering energy where you are not quite understanding the power of who you are, not quite seeing yourself as the fabulous person that maybe everyone else sees you as. It's okay. We all go through parts of this, and it's just you beginning to understand that, you know, the way that you see yourself may be affected by how your family members or your parents saw you. And remember that, you know, they're just humans doing the best they can and just people. And so they're limited by the ways that they love themselves as well. And so they may have passed that on to you. And so here I feel like you're clinging, not intentionally, not consciously, but there may be some little bits of you clinging to the old ways that maybe your family saw you, or your position in the family, or the lack of love that maybe it felt like they were giving to you. And I feel like more and more you're beginning to realize that it comes from self first, you know? And as you love yourself more, you have more compassion for self and then for your family as well, especially for your parents and the limitations and issues that they, you know, they have and had, and the ways that they, the experiences that they've had in their life that have shaped them as well. And we also have children under the deck here, so it may be that there are children at play here, with you or your if you're married and have children, or if you are in love with someone who has kids, or if you have kids, it's on your mind here as well. It says your love life is being affected by children. And then we also have the High Priestess here under the deck as an emerging energy for you. And I feel like this is you taking the time to understand your spiritual nature more and more. It goes really nicely with this release card. Like whenever we have a big release like that, we do tend to go into the spiritual realms a bit more and seek guidance. And I feel like this is an energy that you're incorporating. And I also feel like for some of you, Gemini, it could be an individual who has kind of is a bit mysterious, and who has you have an attraction for, and who holds the key to your heart. She has two keys there, one for her heart that she's wanting to give to you. Could be a male. It's a female indicated here, and that she or he wants to give to you, and that she has the key that will open her heart as well. Does that make sense? It's like she's holding them both. And so it's a mystery to you a little bit. But really and truly, it goes back to self. You know, it's not so much about what this other person may or may not have. It's about you unlock the key to your own heart with the self-love that you give to yourself. And that is really where the mystery ends, is when you learn that it all starts with you. But this is an energy that you're kind of playing with more and more. And I think you're enjoying it in a lot of different ways. If that makes sense for you. For some of you, it may not make sense, but for those of you who are meant to get that message, you'll understand it more. Let me just see if there's anything else I want to say about that. No, I think it's pretty clear. Okay, Gemini, I'm going to get one more card for you. I think I'm going to get it from the... okay, so I hope that you enjoyed your video, and I wish you much love and Happy New Year. And happy holidays in general.